Good morning. Today is Friday, March 20th. I'm Ted Walk, Superintendent of Sullivan Schools, and wanted to give a community update on some things that are happening during this unprecedented school closure. Our goal as we prepare for potentially students to return or potentially for students to have an extension of their closure is to make sure that we are as ready as we can be for whatever scenario we happen to find ourselves in. Please know that during this time, students have been at the forefront of all decisions that we are making. We're looking for ways to provide some continuing education while at the same time, hopefully you have some time to enjoy this opportunity to be with your children as well. During this closure, all children, not just students, have the ability to receive a free lunch every day that school is not in session. These can be picked up from 9 to 11 on the west side of the SES cafeteria. We also have sent out some information about where meals are delivered throughout town, and on Fridays we're actually going and running bus routes to serve our rural students. I want to thank our parents and our community. I know that schools being out of session is a challenge for a lot of families. We appreciate your efforts to help your children to the extent that you're able, and we are very proud to partner with you as we navigate through these uncharted waters. Please know that we are closely monitoring the situation at the local level, and we'll keep you updated as new information arises. I don't know that anyone has all the answers, but if you have questions that I can't answer, we set up an email specifically for questions regarding this unprecedented school closure, and that email address is covid-19@sullivan.k12.il.us. Again, COVID-19, at sullivan.k12.il.us. At this time, I'm actually going to answer a couple questions that we had sent to that email, and some of these are more answerable than others. But the question I had first was, when do you think school will resume? And of course, why not start with the most difficult question? At this time, though we expect some potential answers to come shortly about whether or not school closure is extended, that's very hard to gauge. There are some states who have actually closed schools for the duration of the year. Others have set a May 1st return date. I expect that very soon Governor Pritzker will give some guidance on what he expects Illinois schools to do. What will learning look like if the closure is extended? Another great question. Right now, these first days were classified as act of God days. Part of that answer lies in how the governor classified the extended closure days on what we're allowed to do. Regardless of what happens, we're committed to providing you with the best possible opportunities for your students. We have talked about a lot of different things. Obviously, we'll have some online learning for those who are able, but we're also working to potentially have a packet pickup and potentially delivered along with a meal to every student in our district who wants one. And we'll talk about that and get more details when we have more to get out there. How does a free meal program work? Again, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but essentially from 9 to 11 at the SES cafeteria from the west side, you can pick up a meal every day. We're also currently running bus routes on Fridays to our rural students, and every day we're also running some in-town buses. On that note, you got a couple texts from the school today. We served over 2,000 meals today, many this week, and it was just a lot of preparation. We ran a little behind schedule, and we appreciate your patience as we make the adjustments necessary. Can my 2-year-old get a meal during the closure? So that was a question. You do not have to be a Sullivan student. Any child that's 18 years of age or under is allowed to have a free meal. So you don't have to be a Sullivan student if for some reason, now we're supposed to be by ourselves in quarantine, but let's say you happen to be staying at home with a cousin or something else that's been with you for the closure period, they would be entitled to a free meal as well. Will meals continue to be provided if the closure is extended? Yes is the answer. We may look at ways to improve our delivery service or change a few things up with that. We will know more when we have more information about how long or if at all the school closure extended, and we will get that information out as soon as we have it. But they absolutely will continue. The question will be, is it in the same format? If anything, I would try to potentially expand our service if we're going to be out for a very long time. What if I do not have access to the internet? My first piece is there are a lot of resources out there where a number of internet companies are actually providing short-term free internet services. I know that doesn't apply to everyone and those don't serve all locations. Our commitment during this time, especially if the closure is extended, is to make sure that if you don't have internet or access to technology, we will be able to get you your learning material and get you the resources we can to the extent that we can out to you. We're also talking about having our teachers be making some phone conversations, so hopefully that if you don't have internet access, we can still get a hold of you via telephone and potentially answer some questions for you or your child that time. That's all the questions I have right now. Again, please submit questions to COVID-19 at sullivan.k12.il.us. We'll have that information on our website as well. Please stay tuned. I believe we'll have more information coming out shortly about the possible extension or what school resuming would look like. And we just want to thank you for your continued support of Sullivan Schools. Have a great day.